And privacy recording. You're,
Action.
you're in this bitch.
Girl. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, boo.
How are you?
I'm so tired. How are you?
How was your day?
I
How you
spent
doing?
all day in the bed because I'm not a real nigga and I can't drink anymore. It's just, my body doesn't like it. And for the listeners, last night was that sham that NFL's calling the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if you want to call it a Super Bowl.
And we didn't have anything else better to do. So we hopped on House Party and took shots with an
Lots
S
of shots.
on top of the drinks that we all were
We
just
definitely,
drinking.
yeah, I'll say it. We definitely we all had our own mixed beverages and then decided to just like, let's shoot it up. Why not?
And my body has been telling me for the last few months that I can't do that anymore. But I keep trying.
Yeah.
And so I think I surrender. After today, I think I surrender.
Oh, wow. Yay.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I had well, last week was just a super busy week work wise. And I was going into Monday like, I'm not doing nothing. I don't care. You can't make me. But I still have work to do. And it sucks because I want to be lazy. So I'm tired too. Yeah.
Well, that's all we have on how we've been.
Look,
But
so
we're back. We said we were going to be back, and we're actually back.
consistent. Look at us. Like,
Because
I
I
mean,
tell you, I was about to be like, girl,
hey, girl, hey, like,
I don't know if I can do it, but I was like, nah, we promise.
they're going
Let
to
me
push
go
on
ahead and
through
put
the,
some eyeliner on and keep it pushing.
look, trying to put some gloss and brush
Right.
my hair. Because normally, honey, mm-mm, I don't be getting ready for nobody. What else? So we're on episode 83. And if you missed us, which a lot of you guys did miss us, we were on Clubhouse last week
Oh,
on Wednesday,
yes.
Wednesday at 7:30. And we had very interesting conversations. I was drunk is a MFer.
I was sober.
Mm, I was hella drunk on that drink. And yeah, interesting conversations. And it was fun to interact with a lot of you guys that, talk to your streaming platform. I'm about to say the radio. We sound old. But wherever we're streaming and you listen to, it's like y'all always want to join in. So it was cool just get you guys' opinions on a lot of stuff we talked about.
But
But
a lot of you MFers that were the main ones talking about, I want to jump in and talk. Da 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 da. Where was you? Where were
mm-mm.
you?
Y'all was talking about, man, I be wanting to jump in them conversations. This was your chance. We even had a what's some people did respond where we put out there like, what would you like us to chat about? Like, what do you want to chat about? Like anything you want to ask us, like stuff like that. And I had some people submit stuff, but I mean, look, y'all asked for this and you asked for this. We heard you, we listened, we complied.
And it was a lot of y'all missing. I mean, I didn't expect all of our listeners to join in. I
Right.
expected the people that requested this type of
Platform.
interaction
Right.
to join in. So,
You
I'm
got next week,
judging.
honey. Y'all got next week because we'll be here again next week on Wednesday. And we always post on our Instagram to remind people, like, hey, this one is going to be. Don't forget, tune in. Almost about to go on Clubhouse. Look, if you need some damn invites and you got an iPhone, hit me up. I got a couple in the box.
I think I have
So,
4.
oh yeah, so let me know if that's what's keeping you from interacting with us. Let us know. But what else? We found out some interesting stuff about some of our Clubhouse visitors, and
Oh,
it was just
yeah.
it was a lot. It was a interesting conversation. How about that?
I think that the conversation that we had on Clubhouse, we probably would never have on this platform.
No, I definitely think that our Clubhouse is going to be more less trying to keep it cute.
And that's my type of shit. Because, if it was up to me, we would be on here telling all the business and
That
talking
part.
about the sex. Every
And the sex.
There was a bit of sex talk
Hmm.
and other things. It was, I had a
It
good
was a lit
time.
conversation. We were talking about different like sex tapes and who we would want to see. Like it was a nice little conversation. What else did we talk about? Because I definitely was like fucked up. Yeah, I don't remember, but we talked about a couple of topics, and
I remember,
even
but I don't want to put it on this platform. So
okay, bang bang. But some of our I don't know what they're called, listeners, our Clubhouse roommates, I don't know, but they had questions for us that we, talked about and gave our opinion on. So it was just like it was really cool. I liked it, and I look forward to next week, and I look forward to more of you guys tuning in.
do.
What's next? What has been going on with TV?
Before we get to TV,
Okay.
it's Mercury retrograde, y'all. And if anybody knows anything about earthy hoe shit, you know that when Mercury is doing her shit, communication, it's not the best. And it is running amok here in 2021. Mercury retrograde is taking some niggas out.
Look.
So I just want everyone to make sure you're recharging your crystals, you're getting your chakras in order, meditate, do some yoga,
all that energy, light.
Try not to be so reactionary in this month
it's hard, especially if that's your personality.
Well, I'm just saying everyone try to take a moment, pause, think before you speak, and everything will go smoothly. I just want to throw some little earthy hoe shit out there for people because I see that retrograde is doing a lot.
The most. And it's February, y'all. Like, interesting. 2021 came to show out and show up. What else? We kind of briefly talked about what?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we briefly talked about the Super Bowl, but we don't have to go back there. But what were you about to say?
We could.
Because look, besides it being a trash ass game, and it was like 31-9. I don't know. They didn't even get in double digits, but which sucked because I was actually going for Kansas City because the young black quarterback, and I like Andy Reid, so I just wanted them to win. It would have been lit for him to win back-to-back Super Bowls for me, but that guy Tom Brady was in this bitch with his guys, and they just got to going. But the halftime show, once we got there.
Go ahead, that's your man. Say my man.
So I was like, I think this might be okay because I heard that they have the Super Bowl budget for the halftime show, and it's like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. And apparently my man said, like, nah, let me put 5 to 7 more mil on top of that because I want to make this show lit. Okay. And it was like a whole music video, but it was a little weird. First of all, I don't know. At least I thought I only knew one Weeknd song, but apparently I know like 3. But the other songs I was kind of sitting there like, well, all right, I don't know this song. And like my man's is like all up in the camera, and the memes were just going from the moment he walked off the stage to, I'm sure, as we speak right now.
I have a meme in my Instagram stories right now. So, I knew more than one song, but I knew I didn't like them. So I never saw it for the Weeknd. I don't know who on the planning committee was like, the Weeknd, we got to get him on.
Didn't they say that at some point Jay-Z was supposed to be who told me that? Someone said that Jay-Z was supposed to be like the overseer or like that guy for NFL and entertainment and music and like Super Bowl.
I think I heard something like that. I don't know.
So my man's approved this. He had him run through the show and was like, but I don't know because there are some people that really love The Weeknd. But
I was going to say on Twitter,
they was in this thing.
They loved it. Somebody said that was the best Super Bowl performance, and I was like, so Prince, so Beyonce, I would even say Lady Gaga. I mean, like, and these are just really
off
recent
the top ones. Right.
I'm like, I felt like Bruno Mars' performance was better. It's just
right.
And I'm just again talking about Super Bowls in the last like 10 years. We're not
Right.
even talking about
The old school joints.
I just I don't agree. I don't know what it was giving. I don't see where the extra 7 million went or what it was
It was
for.
paying them 500 people that was dancing with the lights on their mask.
Speaking of 500 people, so Florida said fuck COVID because it
I
was
mean,
like
like Florida and some on some real shit. I don't want to be guessing, but I think that their laws are a little bit more lax with Rona and the whole social distance on like how many people can be in an area. I think in some areas, kind of like Georgia, like it's not mandated for you to wear a mask in public. Like literally online, my daughter follows a bunch of like cheer accounts and stuff, and they had some cheer competitions down there, and they have pictures from like an in-person cheer competition. Most of ours this season is going to be virtual, but like a sea full of people. And I'm just like, but it's still COVID going on. So I'm confused on like, why is there so many people under one roof, like so close? The same with the Super Bowl. I mean, obviously the whole stadium wasn't full because they had like those little cutout things and stuff, but it was like a good amount of people. And there was a lot of people on that field for that
they said it
show.
was 25,000 people in the stadium, if I'm not mistaken, 22 or 25. It was still a lot of people, even
Yeah,
with the
for sure.
cutouts. I was just like, and you could tell it was a lot of people because watching football throughout the season, like the audience didn't sound
It
that
didn't sound
loud.
real, but it was
They,
in this thing.
yeah, I was like, oh, okay, so I guess we're done. But I mean, I guess I can't say too much because I went to the paint bar this weekend, my family and I. I didn't feel like being in the house. We wore masks
Was there a lot of
and
people in there, like in the location?
um yes. No, yeah. I mean, the area that we were in, there were people at every table.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that. But we all had to keep our masks on unless somebody was like eating or drinking.
Oh, okay.
So I had fun.
That's
It was
good.
it was good to be out of the house. Like we haven't gone. Yeah, we don't go anywhere. So
I know with us, we don't really go that many places as a family, like where we can just like go out and stuff. Like I've been to my best friend's house, but like as a group, like I take my daughter to her practice and training and stuff, but that's it.
and my
So
daughter is back in school 2 days a week.
how is she liking it or adjusting to it?
Well, last week was her first week, and this week the teachers are actually getting the vaccine, so she won't
They
be
didn't
going.
decide to do that like before they started letting kids in.
Well, the kids been back. There's some kids that have been back in since October.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, so they open up school and then they wait a weekend and then be like, all right, we're about to start getting these vaccines now.
Nah, some of these kids been back since like October, but this week she won't be going to school because they're getting the vaccines on the 2 days that she's supposed to go. Obviously, health wise, there's still the risk, but sis needs structure because she's just. I mean, her grades are not bad or anything, but it's just she's eating me out of house and a home. She's just always, when there's not school, she wants to. I have to like put the freaking downtime on her phone so that she's not on her phone in
Okay.
between class and stuff like that. I had to tell her we're not playing Fortnite until at least 4 p.m. And it's just like, go to school, sit in the classroom. But honestly, I don't understand why they would need to be at school because they literally assigned them Chromebooks. Like she already had a laptop, but they gave her a Chromebook and they're literally just at their desk on their Chromebook doing the work.
They can do that at
So
home.
exactly. And it's like whatever students are still at home on their Chromebook. Like they split it up.
And
So some
still,
kids come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays and some come in on Wednesdays and Fridays.
I think Maryland is trying to do something because we got an email a while ago and they were trying to do like a survey. And they were just trying to see how parents felt about kids coming back in for the rest of the school year, like actually in person. And I think when by the time it was due, I had missed it. So they actually called. I guess those parents who didn't get to take the survey, they actually called us and asked us would we feel comfortable with our kids either continuing the rest of the school year at home virtual, or to come in the office come into the school. And I was like, virtual, especially since my daughter's school literally had a COVID case reported like 2 weeks ago, and it's no kids in there. So like, no, I'm
Oh
straight.
wow.
Like they can definitely stay her ass home for now. She's doing good. Her grades are good. I mean, of course she would love to see her friends and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't feel like they got it together up here enough for me to send her back.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just it was a lot of back and forth with her father and I about the decision for her to go back, because obviously I was just like, I don't think that that's the best idea. Like the
Right.
numbers are not going down.
Right.
But we talked and we talked and we talked, and I literally did not give them, like, had like a tentative yes, but the school counselor actually called me the day before and she was like, so
With Shane's.
what we doing? So she's in there. I well, I don't know. We shall see. Her dad got the vaccine, like not last week, but the week before. So I'm monitoring him to see like what's going
Like, are
on.
you feeling everything going on with that? Because I'm still nervous about that whole thing.
And it's like a couple of people from my job that they got it too. So I'm just like, I don't really, I don't know. My husband wants me to get the vaccine and then make Amara get it so that we can go outside. And I was like, but we can't go outside just because we had a vaccine. That don't make sense. And he was like, well, yes, we can. I was like, but you can still get it and you can still give it to other people. So we would
Especially with these
still have
other
to be
strains.
responsible.
Especially with these other strains where supposedly our vaccine ain't really hitting on nothing.
I didn't see. I heard when there was this other strain that they found in Africa. That's the first strain I heard of recently, like after the vaccine came out. And they were like, oh, the vaccine should be able to do whatever. But should is not
Not good enough
a
for me.
definite.
Right.
So I was just like, that's cute.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
But I was told, well, not a few people were saying like, if you're going to get the vaccine, get the Moderna, not the Pfizer, and all this other stuff. And my job is offering, like we can go and get it if we want to. But at the hospital where we could go get it, they're only offering the Pfizer. So I was like, oh,
Well, I'm good.
thanks.
I'll wait for the other one. Yeah. I didn't even know that it was like different, like I guess brands or whatever.
Yeah, the Moderna was created by a Black woman. And there have been a few people that have reported that they had complications, but taking the Pfizer. But every time they report it, the news is like, but there's no evidence that it's due to the Pfizer vaccine. And so for me, it's just like, this is why I'm awake, because once you get a few more of these, people having these issues, at some point y'all gonna have to look into it and say, okay,
Like
maybe
something's
it
going
is.
on, right? It has. This is no longer a coincidence at this point. Like it must be, because there's too many people with this common denominator.
So I have a question before we
Yeah.
move into all the tea and the TV and the stuff, because we don't really, sorry listeners, we don't have like a huge topic this week.
Right.
Not a lot was happening in the last 2 weeks, not for me anyway.
No.
So what is one thing as a parent you are making an effort to do differently from your parents? Like me, mine is I apologize. Like when I'm wrong about something, because my mom, she's never apologized for anything. So I make it a point to apologize to Amara when I'm wrong. So what is the one thing that you are like, it is like a thing that's always on your mind, like as a parent?
One thing I would say communication, but me and my dad has such a great relationship that I could talk to him about anything. Even though I would have loved to have that mother-daughter type of relationship, like where we could talk about anything, which I'm making sure that I do that with my daughter. But I wouldn't say that's the one. I think,
Well, that could be it. That could be the one thing like I guess it sounds like I guess you and your mom didn't have the best communication, so maybe you try to communicate better than what you and your mom did. Mm-hmm. And then like, because I was gonna say like my dad. There's some other things that I try to do differently in relation to how me and my dad interacted. Because my dad was kind of like a judge first, then find the facts out later kind of guy.
Right.
Nobody has time for that.
Right. Oh, I think another thing that this will be a good one. Like my parents weren't really affectionate. Like we didn't hug and kiss and lay up and cuddle. Like we wasn't doing none of that. So I feel like especially since I'm not a real touchy feely person, I feel like with my kids, even though most of the time it comes naturally, I try to self-consciously, like if I'm not feeling it, I try to like let it rock anyway. Like, and just to be more affectionate and let the kids like kiss up on me, hug up on me, love up on me, and just constantly telling them that I love them and like that they're amazing and stuff like that. Not that my parents weren't positive. We just weren't expressive with our words. It was more the stuff that we did for each other type thing. So
yeah, I would say my father and I, when he got with his current wife, she was like, y'all never hug. And I was like, nigga, for what? Like, what we need a hug for? I love him. Like, that's my dad. Like, we good. Right. So I do make an effort to tell Mar I love her once a day. And I try to hug and kiss her, but she is a teenager.
At that age, at that age, they just like, that's why I'm trying to get all mine in now, because I hear in a couple of years it's gonna be like, Mom, stop.
Yeah, she's just not here for it. So yeah, that's a little. I just wanted to know, because I'm in therapy, y'all. Like I said, the last episode, and some of the things that I'm talking about is my relationship with Mara, because we are going through these teenage years. Some days, yeah, some days this shit is a little stressful. So we're trying to figure out ways to relate while also keeping like the boundaries in place. Right. Because sometimes, because Mara and I have like such the relationship that we have, I think sometimes she forgets like, I'm still an adult and I'm still your mom and I'll still whip your ass.
In that part.
So she was getting a little beside herself, and we just be having some issues, girl.
For sure. I'm enjoying these times now because I know it's slowly coming, especially at my daughter's age. She's starting to get a little bit of different tones when she says stuff now. And I'm like, sis, let's relax. So,
you have so much in store.
No, just pray for me.
Woo, because by the time you're hitting all this,
I'm gonna be old, and I'm not gonna be, I'm gonna be so old to be dealing with this. I'm gonna be like, ma'am.
I was gonna say I'll be like over it because will be in college at that point.
And you'll just be laughing like, I remember those days.
I've been saying I want to have a baby, but then I think about it and I'm like, girl, you could be that unbothered auntie for all your friends' kids. Because one of my girlfriends is pregnant. Mm-hmm. His sister, she had like, they told her she had like a 0% chance of getting pregnant, and she's like 42, but she's pregnant right now. Right. So I'm like, we could just be the lit ass aunt and uncle, but go on vacation like 3 times a year. Y'all can get away when y'all want to. It's a battle, and I really don't like. I say I want to keep going back and
forth with it,
but I don't want to get pregnant and be fat. Ew, I'm trying to lose weight.
I know. But you'll lose it right after you have the baby.
That's not true.
You can breastfeed. I lost all my weight. I gained a lot back because I was being lazy. But
see, who has time for that?
Because once you get skinny, since we know better, then we'll just, once you get to that weight, be like, damn, I'm keeping this. I'm just gonna maintain and just don't go back into like.
What if the baby is like Mara and doesn't like my breast milk? Because Mara didn't like my breast milk. Jesus. She didn't.
No, I'm just saying, oh, Jesus, the cost. Because, like, I mean, it's not like at that young age you can be like, all right, I'm going to get them, like, almond milk or something. Like, it would have to be formula.
Oh, I know. I had to get, luckily, my dad got me, like, 6 months worth of formula.
That's lit.
blessings, praise him. But I changed my diet. I got I had the pump. So I was like, maybe she just don't want to,
Be on it. Right.
No, she didn't want it in a bottle. She didn't want it from a tit. She just did not like it.
Right.
I tasted it myself, like maybe it's spicy or something. It tasted fine to me.
Not spicy. What you was eating? Hot wings?
Probably, girl. I used to love me some hot wings. I'm still not eating meat.
You're doing good.
I am. I don't even I don't want it. Like, I don't crave it.
You're not even missing it right now, then.
No, like Joe made these wings yesterday, and I was like, oh, those look good, but I don't have no desire to try it. And then he made meatballs the other day, and he found like some keto recipe or whatever.
Oh yeah, because you don't have to put the breadcrumbs in there.
Mm-hmm. And he was like, babe, it's so good. I want you to try it. I was like, I won't.
I would, but I'm sticking to this. That's lit. Check you out. I got this other thing. It's not really a topic, but it was like a question. Kind of like how you had your question that ain't really tied to anything. Because it was something that I seen on Instagram or Facebook. One of them socials. Anyway, so the question is, if a man proposed and the girl says, nah, are y'all officially broke up?
I would say no.
So you would still be dating? Like, do you think the guy would
be
in his feelings that like, damn, I proposed to this bitch and she said no, she must don't want to be with me, Man.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, men are, their egos get bruised and it's a wrap. But I don't see why they would need to break up. If anything, y'all need to have a discussion, because obviously y'all in a relationship and y'all doing all this shit. Like,
right.
But she doesn't want to commit to you. There has to be a reason why.
Like, and why are we even doing this then at this point?
Maybe y'all should at least have like a discussion and figure out what the issue is. Right. But I know most dudes, they would
be like,
they would just break up.
They'd be like, oh, fuck this. Oh, fuck you there, bitch.
But see, that's more reason not to marry that person, because
like so you don't get what you want and this is how you act.
Yeah. So what do you think?
I think a conversation is a grown thing to do, but I know in real life, like, people's feelings be hurt, especially since 9 times out of 10 it's the guy that's doing the proposing and not the other way around. I just think that guys would be more inclined to be like, like, fuck this, like, because they feel, especially if it's one of them joints where like people was there, or like, I don't know, because I feel like when you propose to somebody, like, you're close enough or have that feeling like the person is with the shits and they would want to marry me, unless you're just kind of delusional. So then for the person to say no, I know it would probably be a shock to most men. But I think that, like you said, a conversation would be the smart thing to do. But just thinking like how people be reacting and shit.
But men can't fathom that maybe somebody doesn't want to spend the rest of their, like, what if you're just a woman that doesn't want to get married? Right. Like, every woman doesn't want to get married.
But don't you think that should have been communicated somewhere in their little relationship, if they've been doing the things to make a man be like, all right, I'm about to propose to her, unless, like I said, the guy's just delusional and like in real life it ain't really got to
men don't be reading the room, girl. They just do what the listen. This little baby bug that I'm on right now, this shit will probably be gone by the next time we record. But JT, Joseph, brother Joe, knew I didn't want any more kids before we got married. I made that abundantly clear. Like, I'm good, be blessed.
Right.
And that was a source of contention in our early years, because he thought I was going to change my mind. And I'm like, well, why would you propose to me and take that gamble if that was like a big thing for you? Like, it's a non-negotiable. Why would you do that?
Right.
So men don't be reading the room, child, because you could tell them the goddamn sky is blue and they're going to keep telling you that it's purple in their mind. Like, well, are you sure? Right. Nigga.
Like, look. That's definitely true.
I don't know.
Cool. I think that's all the question I had. The rest, I
have another question.
Oh, go ahead. I'm with it. What's up?
Do you feel like women, this is in line with this whole proposal thing. Do you feel like women settle more than men? And when I say settle more than men, I mean, like, I have seen some ugly ass dudes that want the Beyoncés and the Rihannas of the world, and they do not compromise. Like when they say that they want these kinds of qualities in a woman, if you don't have two of those qualities, like they'll fuck you because they'll fuck most joints.
Right, exactly.
But like a lot of the women that I know, I don't want to say that the women I know settle, because I'm not them. I don't know what's going on in their heads. But when I have discussions and we've talked about some of the things that they wanted in a man, and then they end up with who they end up with, I'm like, well,
So how did that happen?
How did that happen? Or there are some women that I know who felt like they should have been married by a certain age. And so when someone did propose to them, they accepted. And I believe they accepted because of the pressure that they placed on themselves to just be married. Like I feel some women do still have that idea of like, I'm not desirable, blah, 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 unless somebody wants to marry me or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Right.
But what do you think? Do you think that women settle more than men?
I definitely think so. Because we're usually, and this is not a blanket statement that I'm saying everybody, usually we're the ones who look to settle down younger or first. So we want to not wait until we're 30 to have our first kid, or ideally, because I obviously had mine after that. But we want things usually a lot sooner than males do. So like you said, you might get with someone and have a good relationship with them, but they might not be everything that you would want in a lifelong mate. But if you feeling them enough and they propose and you're kind of feeling like, I'm getting up there,
right?
I think she'll be more inclined to like settle. Not saying that when you settle you don't bang with that person, but you know that there are things about that person that you could do without, or you looking for more, because that sounds really bad, but yeah.
It sounds bad, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Because I've talked to, in my Earthy Hoe groups, we talk about manifestation a lot. And so some women are manifesting men.
Right.
Personally, that sounds insane to me, but maybe it's because I have a man. But I just feel like even if we broke up, I wouldn't be manifesting no nigga. But that's a totally different subject. Right. But so I know some women who talk about they've written down everything that they want in a man, down to like the size of his stuff.
Oh, look.
And some of them are getting that. Like when we talked about our vision boards, for example, like on my vision board, I got everything but my $1 million check. Everything on my vision board I got. Right. So these women are talking about how they manifested these things and they got those. And so I'm like, while I think it's crazy to try to manifest a man, I think it's smart.
We out here manifesting other stuff.
Exactly. And it's like, if you know exactly what you want and you've written it down on paper, you put it out there, then the universe will provide. But if you are just basically saying like, oh, I have to get married because I'm 35, what am I going to do?
Right. And I want kids, and like, it seems like this will be my only man. Like,
right.
Yeah, for sure.
That's trash.
I definitely think we settle more. Yeah, man, they just be holding out till they 50, like, all right, well, I guess you're the one.
Yo, dead ass. And so that's why I don't feel like women are in control. I know we say it a lot, and we could have the power. I don't think that we
don't run as much as we think or hope that we do.
We don't.
Not right now.
Because we settle, we compromise too much. We're way too compromising. And that compromising shit,
and sometimes way too forgiving.
Yes.
Look, some people don't deserve to be forgiven, but I digress.
Because niggas don't forgive us for nothing, child.
Look.
So.
should be the end of the world, honey. And so you be like, all right, I mean, I see where you was coming from. We can get one more shot, baby. I think that's the only topics. I'm fancy. I have like my little laptop and I have notes and shit. Um, that's the only topic stuff I had. Yeah, the rest is like TV and T.
All right, we can move on along. TV, I did watch Manhunt, Deadly Games.
How'd you like it?
I kind of knew what was gonna happen.
Right. No, because it's based off true story, so most people knew like the story.
But no, I mean, like, I feel like even if you didn't know the story, if you watched enough of these types of shows, documentaries, we all know how the police get when they got a suspect in their mind. They don't care about no evidence. They don't care about witnesses. They done put listen, I'm
like
zeroing in on
Dice. You know
Dice.
how many documentaries we didn't watch where that was the damn case, or even real life shit? Like, it wasn't even the right person.
I think I didn't. I kind of was disappointed because after they introduced who actually did it in the show, they kind of didn't focus on the guy as much that they framed at first. Excuse me.
Right.
And I was just like, y'all really just fucked up this man's whole life, and
just gonna be like, oh yeah, we got the real person.
Yeah, and so I didn't watch the last episode. I haven't watched. I actually just caught up right before we started recording because I was like, shit, I did say I was gonna watch that shit. So I didn't see the last episode. So maybe in the last episode, I'll see like a redemption. Is there like a redemption story for dude?
I don't know. You can watch it.
Because what I do know is the nigga died. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
So I just think that's fucked up.
Yeah, for sure. But the crazy thing is, like, we see it happening all the time with different documentaries and stuff in the news where it's like the whole justice system will fuck you over and then be like, oh, my bad. Like,
the justice system is like some shit. Honestly.
In real life. Like, for real. Like, so many stories about that. Law enforcement, all of that. Like, it's like at different levels, not to cut you off, but it'll be like on the police level, the people that's like doing the investigation or writing the reports or collecting the evidence or reading Miranda rights, like stuff like that. Then you take it to like prosecutors and the fucking corrupt shit going with that, and then judges, and the justice system is like, it ain't always fair, but we know that by being Black. But
I saw a video of these two guys. They were in plain clothes and they were arresting someone else, and you could clearly see the one guy, he pulled something out of his pocket and acted like he got it out of the trunk. I saw this on Twitter. And so people in the comments were like, you know, the law enforcement been trash, cops trash, But then you had these saver hoes come on talking about, those aren't cops, those are bounty hunters. So it's not cops. And I'm like, bounty hunters are law enforcement officials at the end of the goddamn day.
Right, because they're acting on behalf of them and gathering
so
these people.
It's not who it is. The point is that he pulled something out of his pocket and tried to frame dude with it. And if somebody wasn't recording it, who knows what would have happened.
Like all the time where they plant shit and then get trumped up charges on something that they either didn't do all of that or didn't do it at all. Like a totally innocent person. Like, it's mad.
That show just kind of pissed me off though, because I was just like, cops are in general,
it sucks towards Black people, but it's like, it's sad when you see something like that happen to like a white person. You just like, I mean, join the club, nigga. But like, it's just like on both sides. Like, it's so trash. Like, I pray I never have to go through it for any reason or anybody that I'm close to, because that shit be unfair as fuck.
So you need to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. I told you to watch this.
You did?
A few months ago, and they just started season 3, but
God damn, I gotta catch up. All right,
listen, it's on OWN.
Love and Hip Hop? No, Love
and Marriage Huntsville. It's on OWN. And honey, I
I'm
need
gonna
you
start.
to watch it. I need
I'm
you
gonna
to
watch.
watch
I'm
it
gonna
by the
start.
next.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it by the next time we're on here because that'll be a new show. Because I've been,
No,
even though two of our shows come back tomorrow or tonight, tomorrow, I don't know. By the time this
it's so
airs,
good. I
uh,
promise you're going to like it. Like, I'm actually trying to get away from trashy reality TV,
I
but
hear
OWN
you.
done sucked me back in, child.
Ooh, girl,
Because it's
look.
that one, and there's another show called Bell Collective that I don't like that much,
Mhm.
but I watch it because it's like, I think they come on like back to back, so I'll just like watch it or whatever. And I'm
Mhm.
just, you know what, Carlos King, he's a producer. He used to produce the early seasons of Real Housewives of
Oh, okay.
Atlanta. He's
Mhm.
actually the one that told Phaedra about the dungeon. So he's messy,
I love
and
it.
the show is messy. And he did that show. Um, he did some show on, I think it was like TV1, and it had, he done did some shows, but he's a mess. And I think that if anything, Love and Marriage Huntsville,
It's
I
gonna
need
be
you to
it.
watch it because
Okay.
it's lit, girl. It's
I'm
lit.
I'm definitely. I just put it on my little notes that I'm gonna have to
Okay.
go ahead and watch that. We got some lit shit coming back. Let's see. I put that on. We got this week. First of all, our show that's been on break for 40 years, but This Is Us comes back this week.
It came back for like one episode and then went away again. I
That's
was
what
like,
I'm
what the
saying.
fuck was even a point?
I'm so confused on why they went away, but yeah, I think an episode. I don't know if it's tonight or it's sometime this week. Like I said, by the time this airs, it will be have already aired, I believe. And then, honey, Basketball Wives, LA is coming back. I'm super excited.
Are you?
I am because I don't know. It's like they left off like kind of weird that last season, and then I think because COVID and Shawnee was over the shit. I thought Shawnee wasn't coming back, but it looks like she's going to be on here. But it's like a little aunties bad girls club type quarantine situation because they're all going to be like living in the same place because I guess obviously they were recording last year during COVID, but I'm interested. Definitely interested to
I'm
see what's going to
not.
go on.
I'm
You said
not. I'm gonna watch it, but I wasn't like, when I saw that it was the trailer. I actually was like, oh, I thought they canceled this
Oh, I thought
shit.
it was. I definitely didn't think it was coming back because Shawnee just like at that last joint, she just seemed like she was like, "Nah, I'm done with this shit." So I don't know. Maybe it was some good checks that was waved her way or something. And also, I seen I guess, advertisement that Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is about to come back,
Oh,
and the girls, you remember the Claremont twins, the ones that
yes,
was
from
all
Bad
bad girls,
Girls.
and the one that got
Mm,
locked up because she got apparently they're going to be on this season.
I
So
see.
I say I'm
Speaking
gonna
of
watch
Love and
that.
Hip Hop, actually, right now, the family reunion show is on where they bring some of the cast from all 4 or 5 cities,
Hmm.
and they're like,
I
that's
haven't
what the
been
show's.
watching it.
No, it's premiere tonight. So what they've
Oh,
been
okay.
doing, they've been, the last couple of weeks they've been having these like secrets unlocked shows
Hmm.
where they're grabbing some of the cast members and I guess just going through
Talk about
clips.
stuff behind the scenes, I guess.
Right. And then they had last week like a love special. So they had like Remy and Pap. They had Brooke Valentine and Marcus. Tammy and her dude was her husband. But I was like, they wouldn't even love hip hop. And
Oh,
they had Jock and his girl. So this
oh,
is why it's crazy because you know Jock was been with a whole bunch of women on there, but specifically Carly.
right.
And so in one of the little secrets unlocked things, it's like a Zoom call basically.
Hmm.
So they have Jock and his girl like in one square, but they had Carly on there too. So when they would show these clips,
Fair facial reaction.
and you know Carly don't give a fuck, so Carly
Yeah.
is laughing and just carrying on. But Jock's fiance was getting all in her feelings, and you know me, I'm sitting there like T
Mm-mm.
T T.
Yum yum.
So much so that they ended up. I don't know if this was done because of Carly, but they moved Jock and his fiance. They went to like another show. So basically, like every other show, it was a set of cast members. So
Right.
like the one with Carly, it had like Carly, Rashida, and Kirk, Jock, and It had them
the
on
lawyer
there,
joint.
right? But then Jock ended up going on the other show that had like Sin and Yandy,
They
like
sent him to the New York joint.
right. And then on it was funny because I keep forgetting how messy these bitches used to be. So like Safari and Erica
Oh yes,
were
and they
they
was
were
on Atlanta at one point.
right. They are, but so in their little Zoom call episode, Rich was on there, and so again they're showing clips of like who they used to mess with. So they show like Safari and Mariah Lynn, Safari and Miss Nikki Baby. They show Erica with Sin and Erica with Rich, and I was just like, y'all niggas is some hoes.
That is funny.
The
Yeah, I didn't
episode
catch
wasn't like,
none of them episodes.
yeah, so I saw that they were advertising for this little family reunion thing. So like
You
Ray
gonna make me
J,
go back and watch it.
yeah, it comes on tonight, but it's Ray J. I don't know if Princess is gonna be there, but I know that uh what's his name? So Scrappy and Bambi gonna be there, but they brought back Erica, his baby mama, which she hasn't been on Love and Hip Hop in a minute.
She was on it on one random season, but I think it's because she was
Mm-hmm.
about to have them twins. So, and then she was going to do like a YouTube joint. So I was like, I wonder if this is like kind of like promotion to be like, so I can get my own little bag or something. I don't know.
It looks like I think it's interesting because I'm like, having them all cross over and like interact with one
Yeah,
another.
you about to
It,
make me go watch.
I'm
You
gonna
know, it's
watch
a
just to
mess.
see if it's messy. But Bad Girls Club, that made me think when you brought up the Claremont twins. So Tommy from Love and Hip Hop is
Yeah,
supposed to be
crazy.
boxing Natalie from Bad Girls
Natalie
Club.
Nunn.
Mm-hmm.
I see Tommy fucking Natalie up, and Natalie's older now. It ain't it ain't old school Natalie where she grab some ham and Molly whop your ass. Like I think Tommy might get at her.
So they've been going back and forth. And then Akbar, do you remember who Akbar is? She was like a big light skinned girl on Love and Hip Hop, but she
The New
lost some
York
weight.
one. Yeah. Her name was
No,
something else, wasn't it?
not from New York. She's from Atlanta.
Oh, I do. I know who you're talking about.
So
Yes.
apparently she wants to box Tommy. And I'm
Oh.
just like, what the hell is going on? And I blame that damn boxing match that we just watched on Friendsgiving because now all
Oh
these
yeah, with the
goddamn
YouTuber guy and what was he, a basketball player?
yeah, this is dumb. Like, what are we
But
doing?
look, the crazy thing is, I just watched an interview with my husband with the white dude that was in that fight, that little celebrity joint, and
Mm-hmm.
he is just like, I'm a boxer, like this is serious, like I take this serious and blah blah, like basically this ain't no fake shit, like nigga, and I'm like,
Oh,
mm that's
okay.
interesting. But yeah, I'm excited about those little ratchet shows to come back and see how those are. Um, what else? TV. Oh, did we talk about Wendy Williams documentary on the last one?
We didn't.
Okay, because oh yeah, it happened after
Mm-hmm.
release our episode. So Wendy Williams had this thing, not this Saturday, but last Saturday. It was a movie followed by a 1 hour or hour and a half documentary. The movie was but the documentary was, oh wow. Like to me. Like I didn't really know a lot about Wendy Williams, like radio Wendy Williams. Like I didn't even know
Oh,
that
okay.
she was like real big on radio, and then like the TV Wendy is like the watered down version of like what the fuck she was doing
Mm.
back in the day. I just learned over the years like she just always been messy like in the media and stuff like that. So some of this stuff like I had no clue that was going on, and I was just like, and I didn't know that she was that like influential in a lot of stuff like with radio and stuff like that. So yeah, it was interesting.
So I knew about her radio career because I heard a few of the like infamous interviews because they're on YouTube or whatever.
Mm.
Like they had the one scene when Total like tried to jump her outside of the
That was
out.
crazy as shit. I was
Like
like, oh,
I
these are the
remember that.
shits.
I remember when that happened. I remember the Whitney interview. I remember a couple of her little like infamous ones.
Right.
Personally, I didn't need both the movie and the documentary.
They
I
should have
felt
combined it some kind of way. Like I don't know how, but like it was like the documentary. She was like she's still not over that shit. Like, she was crying the
So
whole.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, sis needs therapy. She doesn't need a documentary. She needs to go speak to someone because she's obviously still going through a lot. And like, I need for them to not. It just felt exploitive.
Yeah, but not in a good way. It was just like
right.
cringy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still so fresh. Like, a lot of the stuff that she dealt with her ex-husband, and then like just her past and stuff. Like, I think I don't really listen to the Breakfast Club that much, but Charlemagne, I believe, was talking about it the episode or two after it had aired or whatever. And he was, he's supposed to be like really, really close to her, but even he was just like, like, I don't want to talk about it. It was a lot of stuff that was said and was done, but like, she's obviously a person that's been through a lot and needs help. Like, she needs to go talk to someone. And like, I honestly and truly agree with that. Like, all that stuff, like, yeah, I didn't know.
I also felt like the movie focused way too much on the ex-husband, and I wish it would have focused more on her career because she had a lot of spicy moments that I wish they would have tried to like reenact. And I just like, she really does have like a long career. She really was known for being like the female Ron Howard or whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh,
and
Howard
I just
Stern.
Howard Stern. I don't know why I said Ron Howard, but anywho, fucking I just felt like they focused so much on her ex-husband, and it's just like, I mean, he obviously was a big part of her career, but it's the Wendy Williams movie, and I was kind of like, y'all done said Kevin about 55 million times in this 2-hour movie.
Granted, he was a big part and influential and stuff like you said, but yeah, I don't know. It was like they kind of rushed and glossed over, but yeah, it was still 2 hours long, and they didn't, I don't feel like, hit a lot of details. Or maybe they should have made it like a 2-night event. They did that shit with like people like
no,
no, but at least they would have got to some more of the like details and nitty gritty thing. I don't know.
I feel like they probably just should have waited until she was healed.
Yeah, because that documentary was rough to watch. Like, sis was up here eating caviar with spicy Doritos.
Yes.
Hair was a goddamn
That's
mess.
balance.
She laying up on this couch like she Mariah Carey. It was just a lot. I was like, and then she would be crying and talking about, are you going to use this part? I'm just like, yo,
I was uncomfortable watching it.
Somebody give her a fucking hug. Like, what is going on? Like, sis, get the camera out her face. I felt like it was like cringy tea. Like, yeah, but
I didn't watch the Whitney Houston thing. I'm not gonna watch it, but you can tell me about it. I just feel like they've made so many movies about her, and I just like, I really don't. I've read books. I've watched like 2 or 3 of these movies. I'm good. I don't want to watch anymore.
This one was like more of a documentary, a movie, because it was like actual people that they was talking to about stuff that was going on and a correlation between Whitney and Bobby. And like you said, a lot of this stuff was maybe put out there in other documentaries or docuseries or movies and stuff like that. But I didn't know, and I don't know if it was COVID or what it was. I didn't know that Nick Gordon was dead.
Yeah.
Why do I not remember that happening, or I don't remember that? So when they said like the nigga was dead, I was like, where was I? I had no clue, because when they put his brother up on the screen at one point, I thought that was him. I was like, oh, this nigga. Like, they was about to talk to him, and then it had his name, and it was like Nick Gordon's brother, and I was like, oh damn, I thought that was Nick. Like, his brother looked just like him. And then when he said about his brother dying, I was like, what? Looked on Google, and sure enough, in 2020, sir is dead. So crazy. But I didn't know that. I have some kind of way missed the memo. What I also didn't know was when they were at the hotel the night that Whitney or the day that Whitney died, the night before, Bobby Christina was found in a tub of water. Like, the night before Whitney died, I forgot who he was, but he was somebody to like Whitney and all them, like their little entourage family or whatever. I forgot who it was, but he went to her room, and I think he had a key to her room because he was cool with Nick also, or something like that. I don't know, but had a room key, went in her room, and she, I guess, was getting high. Because, well, I'll get to that part, but she was getting high and was in the tub and passed out, and went to sleep and passed out in the water, and she was face down in the water. So they got her, Nick ran in there and got CPR and stuff like that, and they was fine. So it's just crazy that then the following day, like, that's how her mother actually died. Like, it was crazy. Like, I just didn't know that part. Like, I knew about when they found her in Nick's place, and she was in the tub, and that's how she ended up eventually dying. But I didn't know about the time before her Whitney was found in it. So, like, that was just crazy to me, because I definitely didn't know that. And, like, it reiterates that Whitney and Ray J was a real life couple out here. Like,
yeah,
like, not a like, oh, we smashing on the low. Like, I see why Bobby was making songs and shit, because like they was like a whole fucking couple. And they had, remember, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, I actually believe it is, because that's the one Ray J was on. The girl Brandy that was really, really cool with Ray J.
Low Brandy.
Yeah. Apparently she's Whitney Houston's goddaughter.
Yeah, she used to say it all the time on the show. She was so annoying.
When they had her on the show, I was like, what is she doing on here? I was like, okay, maybe she's speaking on behalf of, like, Ray J, because I know she was cool with Ray J because I remember her from the show. But they was like, no, she's like family with Whitney. And I was like, oh, nigga.
She talked about it all the. Maybe let me. So I told you how I had a Love and Hip Hop channel on the new TV in our living room. So
Right.
I watched some of it some of the time. So I actually just watched some of her episodes a few weeks ago, and it reminded me of how annoying she was. Yeah. But she legit said all the time, especially during one of those reunions, how, because Monique was like, I mean, who are you? You're irrelevant. She's like, I'm Whitney Houston's da-da-da-da-da. I know Beyonce. And it was just like,
oh my God. Like, she asked, who are you? Not who you know, sis. I hate when people do that. Yeah. Maybe it's just because it's been a while since that aired or whatever. And maybe it's not fresh. But yeah, so it was interesting. It was sad though, because I'm a Whitney Houston fan, and it's just like the whole, how everything happened and everything she was going through, and Bobby Christina, and then even Bobby Brown. It was like sad all over again, because I love me some Whitney, but it was pretty good.
Well, since we're on the topic of drugs, it's a horrible segue. Again, on Twitter, it's this guy. He's a professor at an Ivy League school. I want to say Columbia. Black guy. And he uses heroin every day. And he wrote this article about how basically, the way the media portrays drugs is false and incorrect. It doesn't have that effect that the media makes it out to have. Like, you can be a functioning heroin user. And I just don't know if I agree. Like, I'm not saying, oh, if you take heroin one time, you're gonna
then it's gonna be a wrap. Your whole life is over. But recreational user of heroin?
Was making it seem like it didn't really have any effects, and it's like, that's irresponsible to say, because I mean, anybody that knows anything about any drug, there's an effect.
For sure. If it's not immediate, it's going to fucking happen.
Exactly. And heroin is like,
yes, like,
you know what I mean? So yeah. I read that article, and it was like, I feel like he's doing it to try to, like, he says to, like, break the stigma of surrounding drugs. But I would love to hear from, like, the people around him, because he says it doesn't affect his job,
but I'm sure his family or his friends or who else, his coworkers, I'm sure somebody be like, I wish that nigga was doing that shit or wasn't doing that shit no more, because
he is planning to move to Amsterdam, somewhere, some different country, because the laws on drugs are more lenient. So he said he just wants
heroin and be free, huh?
But I was like, so you just want to leave your whole family for drugs, and you really wrote in an article that it has no, like, real effects?
Like, obviously you're not thinking clearly that you're taking drugs over your family and willing to move across the world. Like, ziffa.
go off. That's just not a drug that interests me.
No,
So be
never.
blessed.
Never in life you can have all of that. My man said, look, I'm a functioning heroin addict.
Mm.
Mm-mm. So, what else? TV. I don't think I have any more TV. The rest of this is kind of TV, but MTV is letting Nick Cannon back, apparently.
He is.
Yeah, so Wildin' Out and shit is coming back because he made a public apology. And they felt like, I guess, after the 7 months of icing him out and his classes that he's taking and other stuff that he's putting out, I guess it was enough to show that he's remorseful. And he's going to be back to making this bag. I think they just missed his viewers, but win-win, I guess.
How do you feel about him apologizing? Because I was reading the comments about it, and there were some people that felt like, I'm not going to watch it. I don't fuck with him because he shouldn't apologize because he didn't lie. Nothing he said was a lie. And it was like, all right, guys, what do y'all want? What do y'all want?
So I think that I'm not going to. So I think in the beginning when he said it with the information, because I watched like his little podcast thingy that he had where he kind of talked about like the reason, like why he said it and stuff like that, his beliefs and like stuff that he's found out since then and stuff like that. So he was basically making a decision or an opinion, not a decision, an opinion based on the information he had at the time. So what he said at the time, like he honestly believed, but I guess once the backlash came and he was just like, well, what's the big deal? Because like, this is fact. And I think once he started getting more information and stuff, he was like, all right, maybe what I said was kind of like, out of line, or maybe it was miscommunicated. Like I should have said it like that. I should have said X, Y, and Z. And so I don't want to say that his apology is fake or being a backtracker or him being a brown noser because it's fucking my business. So let me just go and apologize. I feel like he just honestly at the time made an assumption or an opinion without all the information, and maybe his opinion changed since he's gotten that information or talked to people or been enlightened, whatever. So I don't know. I can't say that I would just be like, oh, I'm not watching that nigga because like he shouldn't apologize, because he probably honestly and truly felt the way he felt in the beginning until he, was
educated himself.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you never know with like we don't know this nigga personally, so it's not like we will know if he's being sincere with his apology or not. But
right,
I'm gonna watch it because it's funny to me.
I've been missing it, and
there's a Wild Out channel on my TV, so I can watch it, old ones over and over.
We watch some stuff that they have on YouTube or whatever. A lot of the characters, the people that were on the show, I follow them on Instagram, and they've like a lot of them have been real lit with putting out content and trying to keep their viewership up, or even like teaming up with other people. So a lot of them kind of been doing like some funny stuff to give me a chuckle here or there. But I'm gonna be excited that it comes back because like that show used to be funny to me. Especially on a drunken night. Like I would just watch Wild Out all the time.
I watched it when it first came out, like way long.
When like Cat Williams and D-Ray and them was on there.
Right. Mm-hmm. But then Going Over Your House, like when y'all were watching, I was like, oh, this is kind of funny. Right. But it was kind of just like if I caught it.
Right.
I would watch it, but it wasn't
does that come on Thursdays at 5? Let me be there. Yeah. Let's see. So that's TV. I seen something. I guess it's kind of TV, kind of tea. Apparently, Ray J and Princess are back together.
Chabu.
But I have no clue.
Save that. They be announcing their divorce in 2 months. I don't have time for no damn Ray J and Princess.
They be so up and down.
They were on that little Zoom Love and Hip Hop thing that I was talking about, and they asked him, the little dude Kendall. He was like, I mean, so are y'all back together? And Princess Love was like, no. But they were like, so do y'all live together? And Princess Love was like, no, he's just here. And then Ray J was like, I mean, we're together, we're just not together. And I was like, what?
Like, what does that mean? So who knows? It probably changed from month to month, child. Beyonce released some Lady visuals, honey, with this new upcoming Ivy Park.
Let me tell you something. I'm tired of giving her money. I bought something from the last 2 releases.
Right.
And I'm pissed because I never get what I want. Like, You can go the way the Adidas app is set up. You can set up like your credit card information and your shipping address, and you can put what you want in your cart.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 4 o'clock, when it releases, I press submit. And right as I press submit, how the fuck are 2 of my items already out my cart? How? How, Sway? How? So
does it time out from waiting till that time, or like what the heck is it? Because I haven't tried to like buy any like right off the. I haven't got any of this shit because the one pair of shoes that I wanted. The crazy thing is I missed the drop and I didn't find out until like a day or two later. So by the time I went in there, of course, like they ain't got my fucking size no more. So I haven't tried it where I'm like sitting there waiting for the time to drop.
So I put an alarm on my phone so I wouldn't miss. Because the first time I waited until like 4:05, and so they barely had anything in my size. So the first time around, I got this sports bra and I got these leggings, but they didn't match. So I was just like, fuck it. I have a lot of workout clothes. I can mix and match and make it happen.
Right.
But then the second time I got these biker shorts, but I wanted these shoes. And when I pressed submit, the shoes were already sold out. I was able to get my biker shorts, but not the shoes. So it's like, I'm a see what
get
I
up
can
on this
do.
icy park, this drip.
But it's like, girl, I don't know if she getting my money this time because this is ridiculous. This bitch knows that this shit is in high demand. So I don't even understand her launches. Like Rihanna has Savage Fenty, and you go on the website and you order your things. And
Look, so I was kind of annoyed with Savage Fenty because I was about to get me some shit. And you got to sign up for like a membership or something to buy it. Like you have to like pay this membership that's like $20-some a month or something like that.
Skip it. You just gotta remember to skip it before the 5th of every month.
Child, that would stress me out because it's like if you don't buy nothing that month, it's like I don't know.
So I have a reminder in my phone because I also I order shoes from Just Fab, and Just Fab is also one of those membership things. So Savage got some nice stuff, girl.
Yeah, they do. That's why I was trying to get me something. And I was like,
and the sale I had was 60% off.
4 times more. So what?
The sale that I caught when I signed up was 60% off. So I got lingerie out the heat game.
I know that's right. Yeah, they had some really cute stuff. I really was trying to sign up, but I'm like, I don't buy enough that like I'm gonna be in this bitch every month, like, and then y'all gonna be charging me. But at the same time, just to buy it flat out is like 4 or 5 times more, and I'm like, what the fuck? So
you can either just buy the stuff and then cancel your membership right after, or just put like a reminder on your phone. I put one on my work computer just because I'm always
You'll
on
be
it.
At work, right?
And then I put it on there on like the 2nd. That way I still have 3 days in case the 2nd is on like the weekend.
Right. You don't forget.
But what my thing is, I don't understand why Beyonce doesn't have, like, it's like she makes 100 shoes, and then after the 100 shoes are sold out, it's just like you'll never see them again.
It's no restocks. It's like
it's
after
annoying.
That first drop, it's not like, okay, well, I'll come back in a month and maybe they'll restock. Like, it's like if you don't get it during this drop, then you just miss out.
That's annoying.
Very. So I don't know how I feel. I'm excited to see if maybe I can get something, but if not, I'll just be like, well, I have struck out 4 times now, but whatever. But visuals with Liddy, as always. So a girl by the name of Tessica, who is now verified on Instagram, went viral last week because
this is the Gorilla Glue girl.
Yes. Sis had a slick ponytail. If y'all don't know, I don't know where you've been, but sis has her like a nice little slick side ponytail situation. And apparently it has been laid to the gods for over a month now. The reason? Because she ran out of jail and used Gorilla Glue spray as like a holding spray to like lay her edges, not knowing that like Gorilla Glue is one of the strongest fucking glues out there. And literally her hair was there like that over a month, and she went viral because sis has been doing everything, trying to put coconut oil, shampoo, conditioner, to try to get this hair from being glued to her head. I went on her page a day or two ago, and she's verified. That's one. Celebrities are reaching out to her and trying to give her advice. She has been to the hospital to seek
But she
medical.
didn't stay.
I don't.
They told her that she would have to stay in there for 20 out, like 24 hours, and she didn't want to stay that long, so she
Well,
left.
she don't want her head to fix. Then she's bugging.
I just At
It's
first,
not
I thought
smart.
this video was for clout until I saw that she was in the hospital. But I don't understand. Like, she looks to be an adult, and maybe it's because my hair got damaged when I was younger. I pay attention to everything that I put in my hair. I'm
I'm
not
sure she
just
did not
putting.
buy Gorilla Glue spray from the hair section of any store that she was in. She either had to go to hardware, crafts, or she went to Home Depot.
I
Because
don't understand.
it's not like she would have mixed that up. Like, okay, holding spray gel, Gorilla Glue spray. Like, they don't sell it in the same damn aisle. So you had to go out looking for this, knowing that it was not for hair, or this is something that you had in your house that you were using for something other than hair styling. So it's glue.
Did you hear she's trying to sue Gorilla Glue because they don't have a warning label on their products that says that it's not for
This is the
hair
drink she's trying
use?
to come up, because this is about common sense. And even though I see now why these companies, we think it's dumb, and they'll have the like, this is not intended for a beverage to drink and stuff, and we just like, nigga, no duh. But now you see shit like this, and now because she's a dumbass, she's about to sue a company and be like, well, you should have had a warning label to tell me this wasn't for hair.
I don't
Come on, bro.
understand. And there's
And I bet you
multiple
she'll give her daughter some
products.
money too. That's the thing.
Yeah. There's like they have like mayonnaise for hair, right? Like
Mhm.
if you go in the
It's like a
beauty supply store.
protein type treatment or something.
Right.
Mhm.
It's not the same as like regular
Right.
mayonnaise.
It's
But
definitely not what you, because it wouldn't be sitting on the goddamn counter.
so people were commenting about her suing them, and they're like, yeah, I mean, she about to get the bag because they don't have it on there. I just checked. And I'm just like, so does everything have to be labeled? Are y'all really that fucking stupid?
They're either that stupid, or they're going to abuse the system, try to come up and act dumb. Like, well, why didn't you tell me it wasn't mayonnaise? I was putting on my goddamn bologna and cheese sandwich. Like, where you were in the hair section. Like, relax. It's not the
Maybe
same.
somebody else brought the gorilla glue uh spray. Maybe she didn't buy it.
Maybe, yeah, I'm hoping that it was like in her house and she was trying to find something real quick to like do her hair. I was like, damn, I'm out of jail. What can I find? Oh, okay, glue spray. If that's the case, then you need to sue the person whose house it was, or
She
like
didn't
whose stuff.
Google it though. That's crazy. And her color contacts were bothering me.
Yeah,
I
yeah, they
didn't
were
know
like
people were
color
still
gray.
doing colored contacts in
Look,
2021.
look, sis said, look, I got the icy eyes, but look, she didn't fuck Google. Like, just look at the can. It didn't say anything about hair. And anything, I wouldn't want anything to put on my hair and it's gorilla. Like, I don't want to look like a gorilla, so it probably isn't the product for my hair. Like, come on. I don't know, but yeah, sis is still out here trying to get her head together. She probably gonna end up having to shave that shit
I
hair.
was just thinking that, like, she's probably just needs to shave it. I'm sure now that she's verified, somebody will send her a free frontal,
Do
and she
something,
can
and she can be
swoop, swoop,
good
bang,
until
bang.
that shit happen. Because even if they get it to soften up or cut it, it's gonna be like broken and uneven, and
It's gonna be
child,
damaged as fuck.
for sure. For that shit to be laying like that, and it's probably heavy pulling on the damn follicles. Girl, shave that shit and start over. I mean, it's easy to say, but you ain't got no option. I seen something funny. So y'all do Bow Wow, Shad Moss.
Oh God.
He said that he, after he releases this next album
That nobody wants.
that no one's waiting for, he will be focusing on TV and film
I don't want that either.
at all. He wants to join, or plans to join, the WWE as a wrestler. How many people gonna be out there watching little Bow Wow as a little mini wrestler? They
I
gonna throw his little ass in the rafters. Like, Bow Wow is a wrestler.
I
Is this
want
for
Bow
the
Wow to go
WWE?
away.
Is this what the WWE is coming to?
I want him to go away.
Unless he's bow wowing and lying.
Shut up.
You
Have
know
you
how-
been watching Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta?
Is there a new season going on right now?
It is.
Shit, I be behind. All right, so I need to watch that.
I watched the first episode, but I didn't watch it after that because they show Bow Wow a lot on that show, and I don't care. And I don't know who those other people. I mean, I know who they say they are, but I don't care. Like I don't care.
Right.
Did you? I know we already skipped over TV, but I am caught up with Married at First Sight, and that nigga Chris.
Ooh, yes.
He is garbage.
He is so trash. And then when I seen the previews for the next episode on what's going on, first of all, for you to be this picky, you're not that cute.
I wasn't gonna say
your
it.
hair's uneven. You're not that cute. But no, for real, like you coming out here, yes, you got a nice job, you making money, but to tell somebody after you've smashed them once sober and once drunk that you're just not attracted to them because she's not what you're into, bruh, look at you. Like you're not out here looking like the picture of sexiness. Like just be happy. Like I don't know. Like, and then you come into this and now you're about to be with child, girl.
It's giving colorism, but we'll see how it unfolds.
I wonder how, because they're both darker.
Yeah, it's a lot of dark people that only like to date light skinned people.
Like his preference is light.
Yes. Because I don't think that she's not an unattractive girl.
I don't think
she got a body. I was just
she got a body for that ass, but she was annoying in the beginning. Like she seemed a little like weird, but I don't think she's ugly.
I don't either.
But at the same time, like he's not fine. So like even if she's not beautiful to you, like here we are with this settling thing. Like maybe you need to know.
But that's what I was gonna say. This nigga looked like one of the insects on A Bug's Life, but
and he is looking for a Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely annoying.
Who do you see it for?
I know I don't see it for the couple, the guy that's both of the pilots actually. The weird one where like in the girls really like really like I'm like a wholesome white woman and like the dude is kind of like the tattoo pilot. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's gonna happen because they just seem like they're not connecting. The other one who's like super sweet and quiet and mellow, but he got the young joint that's like, I'm trying to get fucking turned up. Like I think it's gonna be fun for him in the beginning, but I don't think that they're gonna last because I think that partying and her turning up, and then for him being gone and not being at the house but only like 3 or 4 days a week.
Because he's like, they're like a 10-year difference between them, or if not
it's
more,
a big
right?
age. Yeah, it's a big age difference. I forgot their exact age, but it's definitely a big
She's
age
26.
difference with them. Yeah. And like even her parents was like, just don't try to contain her. Like she likes to have fun and stuff. And he's like, oh, okay. But then the more he's around her, like, oh, fun. Like, oh, okay. So I don't think they're gonna make it. I'm trying to think.
I don't see it for any of the white couples. There's the white girl that's dating that light-skinned dude.
Yeah.
I don't really see it for them either because it seems like she's extra and he's mellow, and I feel like he's gonna get annoyed.
Yeah, especially when she was talking a lot. He was like, I'm somebody that I actually enjoy like my quiet time. And like I'll say, yes, sometimes you gotta be quiet out this joint. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about them. At first point, I was like, oh, okay, like I think the opposites attract thing is gonna work. But then like seeing how much he really values church and religion, she's just like, yeah, not really something that I'm banging with or interested in. So that'll be interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to think. What was the other black couple? Oh, the Hispanic guy. Is he Hispanic?
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, he is.
He's like Dominican or Puerto Rican.
Yeah, he's Dominican. Like
that's got what it is. And this nice chocolate black girl. I think they're going to be good.
I think they're going to be good. Yeah, I think they're going to. That's the only couple that I see it for so far.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely with you on that. But this damn Chris.
He's trash.
Yeah,
And
he's
his dad
annoying.
is weird.
His dad is acting like he want to smash, honey.
Yes,
He's
he
just
is.
like, how could he 2 times? Oh no, but he was even weird at the wedding. Like how he was like, my
That's what I'm
son makes a
saying.
lot of sex. Like, and I'm like, why y'all even talking about that? And then another thing that annoyed me with the dude Chris, when he tried to take it out on the wife, because I don't remember her name. When uh it came up that they talked about the whole thing about them having sex twice, and he was like, don't talk to my parents about
Yes.
sex and me having sex, and I don't talk about that, and like literally crying and all this other stuff. And in my mind I'm like, dog, you're on a reality show.
Not just that, but your father is the one that started talking about sex first.
And
So
you're
she
a whole
probably
grown
felt
ass man.
comfortable.
You're a
Like,
whole grown
oh,
ass
we
man.
talking about sex. This must be cool. Like,
Exactly. And
and she's probably just confused because how you fucking me twice and then afterwards you're like, oh yeah, you're
his mother
trash.
was like, I mean, was liquor involved? I was like, oh, all
Yeah,
right,
his
mama.
mom is trash too. I peeped that comment and I was like, oh, so the
Yeah,
whole family's trash. Got
exactly.
it.
Got it. Yeah, that joint. Yeah, they're a little off, but they're definitely not gonna make it at all. Um, what else? Trey Songz. I know we talked about it on our Clubhouse. Shay is not gonna bring it up because he makes her ass itch and cannot stand him. But I'll bring it up for the people. Trey
Oh, I have the
Songz
hiccups.
shared his blessing with the world. We got to see that thing, and apparently this was all a lead up to, or I don't know if it was planned or it was just a result of, but Sir Songs has a OnlyFans now, and he is charging for you to see the peen. I don't know if it's a peen shot all the time, or I don't know if it's like a safari joint where you're just like getting, chess and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, apparently it's $20 a month if you're trying to support.
$20.
$20, but I also got to see that you can go on Reddit and get a lot of the stuff that be on OnlyFans for the free. So I might be checking that out just because I'm interested, but I'm not paying $20 a month. Like, but
There
yeah,
was a
so
gentleman on the same day when all y'all were going crazy for that light skinned nigga.
yeah, but I
It
didn't
was,
go look.
I am gonna send you
I
the
heard that it
video.
overshadows, no pun intended, Trey's.
Yeah, like it's not even a question. He's
Yeah.
in this bitch. He
Oh
did
yeah.
the silhouette challenge, and at first, because the first video I saw, it wasn't. Excuse me, I have the hiccups.
No, you good.
It wasn't the full screen, so I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Is that a leg?"
Honey, a third leg.
It was. Woo! That thing was thinging.
That thing. All right. Yes, definitely send me that. Because I saw that too. And I was like, y'all up here tripping about Trey. What y'all need to do is look up, and it had the person's name. I can't think of it right now, but I definitely saw that. And in my mind, I was like, oh, let me Google this. But I never got around to like looking on Twitter or Instagram or nothing and searching. So definitely send
That
to
thing.
me.
And he's on Twitter just showing the whole thing all the time for the free. So why pay $20 to see Trey when you can just go on Twitter and
For
see
free.
him put his meat all over our timeline?
Blessing us with his smorgasbord. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Send to me, send to me. What else? Oh, our president, just in time for Black History Month, has go ahead and extended that federal student loan deferment till September of 2021. Peace and blessings.
Thank God.
If y'all want to make payments, it'll be interest free. So that shit will be going right to your fucking balance. So if y'all want to continue to pay, I'm taking a break. But for y'all people that are responsible and want to keep paying, now's the time, because you actually will see some dents being taken out of there. Then I heard that there was
I
some
want to talk about the student loan crisis on the next podcast.
Okay, I'm with it.
Because I have some interesting information, and just we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah, let me make a note, because my drunk ass will be like, what did we say?
It is just, it's a shame, this
Yeah,
student loan shit, but
it's trash. Yeah, trust me, because my situation is horrible, and I'm just like, till I die, I'm like, let me know when.
That
But
part.
yeah, I mean, we'll mention the other stuff on the other one, other podcast, the next podcast, so I won't get into it. But yeah, so y'all folks got a little breather, or us folks, because I'm definitely included in that until September of this year. If you have federal student loans, my folks had already hit me up and gave me the news. So yeah, just in time for Black History Month. We appreciate you, Joe.
Biden pen been moving. He been trying to get some stuff in place.
I'm trying to fix some shit quick. And speaking of presidential shit, my sis VP was seen on the Capitol steps, or it was at the Lincoln Memorial. It was a Lincoln Memorial. It was in the Capitol, I'm sure. Exercising, and she was running the steps, honey. And she's the VP, so Secret Service is like, we got to protect and serve in real life. So, you know, he is having to run up the stairs with her because, you know, in case a bullet goes, you know, he has to be on his Kevin Costner. Right. So, yeah, he looked like he was very irritated because he had on these nice black Secret Service dress shoes, and he was having to try to ride up and down the stairs with VP Harris. And yeah, I guess he's gonna have to keep some tennis shoes in the
keep them Nikes.
Keep them Nikes in the Secret Service vein, because you just never know. Sis might won't work out with her, you know, first husband, and y'all gonna have to keep up and still keep him safe. So I thought that was funny as hell, because they did a close up of his face and he was like, "Bitch, you gotta fucking be shitting me. I know you fucking lying with this shit." Like, that's how he was looking. It was a white dude, and it was so funny. But yeah, you learn your lesson, because now you're viral, Mr. Secret Service man. I think I touched on everything that I had notes about. Did you have anything else, T? Or
no, ma'am. It's really been a dry 2 weeks.
Also, Karrueche and Victor Cruz broke up.
Oh yeah, that did happen. A lot of people broke up. The baby and that girl that sang that stupid ass song. They broke up.
Yeah, everybody breaking up. Oh, I did have this. I forgot this was in here. So apparently, Diddy is suing Sean John.
Because they were still making it seem like he was a part of the company.
Yeah, they was like making up different quotes and stuff and using his picture to kind of deceive people to make it seemed like he's still the owner, because apparently he sold it back in like 2016 or 17 or something like that. He sold it to another company. So he literally has no dealings with them, even though, you know, it's his name. Like, it's no longer his company. But yeah, apparently they out here fraudulent and was still making it seem like Diddy was still a part of his company. So I guess people could still do business with them. And he is suing them for like 25 mil, honey. So
I don't know why they thought they were going to be able to get away with that.
I mean, even if he personally didn't get it, he is rich and has a couple of businesses. So you didn't think one of his lawyers or one of his people wasn't going to catch that? Like, right. You can't do that. Like, well, we'll see how that ends. But yeah, I think in real life, that's all I had. Yeah.
Good, bad, and release. Okay. You go first.
Shit. Okay. So good, bad, release.
Jesus, these hiccups.
Good. Oh, I gotta go backwards so I can end with good. Bad. I guess it's snow. The weather has been very bipolar lately. Like, it will be a whole fucking blizzard, and then like literally a couple hours later it's gone. We had one big snow, which I hate snow. I don't travel in it. I stay my ass in the house, and this was pre-Rona. But it snowed over the weekend. I wanted to say from like a Sunday, I don't know, maybe it was a Saturday to a Monday, I don't know, but it was like 2 or 3 days where it snowed. And it, in the beginning, it wasn't as bad as they claimed it was going to be, but it ended up being bad because it was so cold that over the weekend, over the evenings, it would like freeze back up. So like the morning was crazy. Actually, I don't think that was over the weekend, because one of those days my daughter had no school, and I was like, but we're virtual. So like I'm confused on like why there's no school when we're still home. But yeah. And then after that, I want to say yesterday, it snowed like heavy. Like, it seemed like it was going to be more snow than that 2 or 3 day snow. And literally, like, so that snow started probably like 5 a.m. tapered off by like around 1 p.m. And it was like crazy amount of snow. Like, so much snow was coming down. But by like 4 p.m., like, you was starting to see the grass again. And I'm just like, because it's like the temperature like it would drop for the snow, but then like it got warmer and like yeah, so bad. This weather is like so bipolar, and I don't like snow, so they can just chill out with it. Not that I need to go anywhere because maybe the snow will have us sit our ass down, but yeah. Release. You kind of touched on the retrograde, but I just want to release any bad energy that I have with anybody or anybody has with me that my friends have, because like I don't know what's going on, but I'm not fucking with it, and I need to release whatever bad energy is surrounding us, and yeah,
Don't say us. I rebuke that.
that part. But innocent shots. So I'm trying to release it from being around us. How about that? The good. So my daughter, I told you guys that she had did like a little YouTube page that's going good. She's like really happy and excited about that. But with her clothing line, I think I mentioned it a while ago for you listeners that have been listening for a while. She started her own clothing line last year, and we are dropping some new merch soon. And then for my company, Dice Designs, we're dropping some new shit. Mine will be later this week. Hers will be tomorrow. By the time this airs, I believe both will probably be out by then. But just excited because I haven't really put out any like new designs that I've just like put out on the page like that. Like I've done stuff that were new designs for customers that asked for stuff, but like so I don't
like
know,
custom shit.
Yeah. So I'm just excited to put some stuff out, and I was feeling super creative at one point. So I was like, let me just go with this and put out some merch. So that's the good, because with new merch comes new business. And also I've been doing other stuff with other companies to like kind of promote my business. Like a friend of mine has a company and they're doing a giveaway, and I'm going to be one of the like sponsors of the giveaway prize and stuff like that. So just to help with their company and their engagements and their viewers on social media and followers and stuff, and it'll also help other small businesses that are the donors or whatever. But yeah, just business stuff has been going good, so I think it's nothing exciting. So bing bing, that's what I got.
Okay, so for me, the bad is also weather. It hasn't been snowing down here. It snowed one day, but by the afternoon, it was already like mostly melted.
Mm-hmm.
But it rains almost every day here.
Ooh.
And I like to walk the dogs. I started the C2 5K app, and I was running. And I'm not running outside when it's 32 degrees and windy. Like it's cold. I'm not about that runner life. Like I know some people run in all kinds of weather, but I am a super duper beginner.
Right.
And I just need, I'm not even asking for it to be warm. I'm just asking for like 45 with no wind.
Right.
Like, and maybe not rain. When I tell you last week, it was only like one day where it was sunny. So I went out there, I got my little steps in, but every other day it was raining. That one day it snowed, and it was just like, okay, so, and the weather affects my mood. I realized that last week, like it was just gray and blah, and so I felt gray and blah.
Right.
Like the sun, we really need the sun, vitamin D,
Vitamin D,
not the other D.
but that'll be nice.
It would. So that is the bad. The release is, I already said it, but I gotta release alcohol for a little bit, because every time I drink, it wasn't even just last night, but Joe and I had drank like twice one week a few weeks ago, and then it was like a time after that. Every time I drink, the next day, I feel like somebody has ran me over.
What?
Like, and it doesn't matter if it's a million shots. It doesn't matter. Like one time I had 2 cups and I woke up the next day and I felt like I had no energy. My
Your
head
body
was
is not
hurting.
banging with liquor no more.
I don't know if it's because I changed my diet.
Right.
Or,
that's definitely probably what it is. And then you're like getting healthier because you're doing your running and walking and stuff. So your body is not fucking with it.
like, it's, I'm sure the energy can be felt through the screen, or if you're listening through the speakers. I don't have it today. I'm so sorry, y'all. But I just told my husband that I just have to take a break. And I like to drink. So
Right.
like this sucks. And but I feel like right now, since outside is still not open, now is the time to take the break. Because once outside opens, I feel like
Look, I don't want
everybody
to
I
hear
know
shit.
is
I don't
going to
want
be
to hear no.
pressuring me.
Everybody, including me, because I'm gonna be like, it's no excuse. Like, why you want to be at home when you've been home for the past year and a half? Like, let's go.
I could go outside and just not drink.
No,
I could.
with me, I prefer us to get lit.
Remember when you wanted to drink wine?
I did. Y'all rejected that, so I'm rejecting this shit. So
Okay, well, I'm releasing alcohol for the time being, so there's that.
we have a friend that's doing the same thing though, so like y'all can kind of be supportive of each other with that.
Is she doing it for good?
No, and neither are you, but she's doing it for a good amount of time.
Oh, I need to find out what her time is so I can get on her timeline.
Yeah, because yours is neither one if it's for good.
Does she know that it's not for good, or did you just?
I mean, I could let her know.
Oh, okay. Alcohol bully. I swear to God. Anywho, so my good is, so I'm gonna just I always put my business out there. Ain't nothing new. So not Friday, the Friday that just passed, but the Friday before that, I went to sleep early, and I woke up in the middle of the night, like 1 o'clock in the morning, and something told me to check and see if my husband put the alarm on the house. So it wasn't on, no big deal, but he had to take the trash out, put it out front. So something told me to go downstairs. I go downstairs. My garage door is still wide open, and the door leading into the house was unlocked.
Oh my goodness, what? I watched too much Discovery ID. This is stressing me out.
So no alarm, no lock, the garage door is open, whatever. So I had been telling my husband, because when he would leave out in the morning, a lot of times he would forget to close the garage. And I'm like, babe, we have my cars in the garage because we only have a 1-car garage. But I'm like, my car is in there, Amara's bike is in there. You have some really expensive tools in there.
Right.
Like, it's about the safety of your family and your home. Like, it doesn't take that much to just
push the little button.
Push the button, look in your mirror, your side mirror, your rear view mirror, and just make sure the garage door is down. So this triggered me on this night because
that's a lot.
I had the conversation about the garage door multiple times. And then it triggered me to just, there were some other things I had asked of him last year, but I let go because it was like, oh, we got into our home and then it was Christmas. So I wasn't trying to be like, I'm really not trying to be like a nagger.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, none of the things that I'm asking for seem to be high on your priority list. And that's kind of pissing me off now. Right. Because you cannot have it both ways. You can't disregard everything that I'm saying, but also not want me to nag. It just can't. Can't be both. Exactly. So the reason why this is in my good is because I wrote a long ass text message. I did. However, I wrote what I wrote. I said what I had to say. I told him I don't want to have a conversation about it because there's nothing to talk about.
It's nothing, right.
I would like to see actions. I don't want to discuss anymore, and we can just move on. Right. And we legit just moved on, and it's good for me because Omi would have woke him up. I'd have cussed him out.
Whole argument.
We'd have been arguing at 1 o'clock in the morning. And while it did trigger all the other stuff that wasn't about the garage, it just felt good that I was able to communicate what I needed to say. I didn't curse. I didn't yell. I didn't scream. I said what I needed to say. And I've seen some actions.
That's good.
We needed to be, we need to keep it going. Right. But so far, so good. Also, everybody in my household is in their own individual therapy sessions. Hallelujah. Because, it's just healing. We just need to have it. I really need peace. I need everybody to be, we're not always going to be on the same page, but I just need us to work on our issues individually. So
which will help with the collective. That's good. That's good.
I'm making everybody earthy hoes.
Look, I see it. Cause look, I'm already like, look, give me some information about something you had brought up in the on the Clubhouse.
Shadow work. Was it
Yeah.
shadow work?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you the link to the journal. I think it was shadow work because that's been the big thing that I've been on lately. My shadow work. I have so many journals. I've been journaling a lot. I'm gonna send you some prompts.
Yeah, send it to me for sure. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you. We appreciate you for joining us. We kept our word again, and we're back. But don't forget to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. You can go ahead and follow us on Twitter. It's at the Chatty Patties. Also, when our episodes air, besides every other digital streaming service and Yahoo, you can also go to our website and you'll see the embedded little episodes there as well. So ain't no excuse. It's plenty of ways to hear your faves. And make sure you stay on the lookout, and remember next Wednesday we will be on Clubhouse, and we'll be posting, like I said, something on our social media to remind you guys. But make sure y'all join us, and if you need some invites, hit us in the DMs and we'll see what we can do. You got to have an iPhone. Just a heads up, if you got a Droid, don't be wasting our invites, okay? But anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll chat with y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.